Do you know what you would do if someone suddenly collapsed in front of you or was unconscious? What if it was a loved one or your child? My name is Carmen and I've been CPR certified since 2004. I'm also a certified nursing assistant and have been for the last 5 years. Today I'm going to demonstrate to you how to perform CPR. Now CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Cardio referring to the heart, pulmonary referring to the lungs, and resuscitation meaning the act of reviving someone who is unconscious. So I'm going to begin the demonstration. There are 5 steps to performing CPR. The first is assessing the scene for safety. The second is checking the person for response. The third is calling 911. The fourth is checking for vitals or breathing. And the fifth is starting CPR. So I've come on scene, the person is unconscious. The first thing I'm doing is looking around for downed wires. Is there a fire? Are there liquids, hazardous materials on the floor? If the scene is dangerous, I cannot enter. I need to go call 911. So the scene is safe. The next thing I'm going to do is check for responsiveness. I'm going to come up to the person and tap them hard with my hand. Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? I get no response. So I'm going to say, you, go call 911. Now if there's nobody else around and you've called for help, you need to leave the person. Go get your phone, call 911, and put it on speaker. The next thing you're going to do is look, listen, and feel for breathing. You're going to come down. Do I feel breath on my face? Can I hear them breathing? Is their chest rising and falling? If those answers are no, you're going to immediately start into CPR chest compressions. Now, whether you're an adult, child, or infant, it is 30 compressions to 2 breaths. The difference between adults, children, and infants is the depth that you'll go into their chest on the chest compressions. On an adult, we're going to use the heel of our dominant hand. We're going to do the middle of the sternum, interlocking our other hand on top, making sure the person's on a hard surface, and our elbows are locked. And we're going to start. That is for an adult, is considered anyone 8 and older. Now for children, 1-year-old to 8-year-old, you're going to do the same thing, heel of the hand, one hand is enough. Adults and children, you can do 2 inches into their chest. For infants, same position in the middle of the sternum, 2 fingers, 1.5 inches into the chest. 30 compressions, 2 breaths. I'm going to start compressions. We start them hard and fast. You can count them to the Bee Gees' Staying Alive or Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. Either way, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now as you can see, the chest goes in and comes up. You need to let it come all the way up. The reason being is that when you push down, you're pushing blood into the body, circulating it and getting oxygen to the brain. When you're coming up, you're letting the heart refill with blood, stimulating the heartbeat. And so make sure that it's called recoil, so make sure that you let the chest fully rise when you do those compressions. The next thing you're going to do is 2 breaths. What we're going to do is a head tilt chin lift, making sure that the airway is open and that we can get these breaths down into the lungs. We want to do 2 1-second breaths, making sure the chest rises, but not so much so that the belly is rising because we could make the person vomit, and we don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and pinch the nose, go down for 1 breath, chest rising, breath 2, chest rising, come back up to compressions. Now we're going to do 30 compressions, 2 breaths, until emergency medical services arrive or until we can no longer perform CPR. So on a loved one or a child, you'd probably be willing to put your mouth on their mouth. If it's a bystander that you're helping or someone in the community, you might not be as willing. So I recommend investing in one of these keychain face masks. You can get them on Amazon or at the Red Cross. They're wonderful to have for CPR people who are certified. The next thing that we have here, I keep in my purse, is gloves and a mask. I'm gonna go ahead and take the mask out and show you what it looks like. There's a breathable pad here, and there's a face drawn on here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it over your person's face, and that way you can breathe into the person and not get germs or potential diseases that you may not know they have. So the more you practice, the more confident that you will become with CPR. I recommend everyone get certified. I've been certified through the Red Cross all these years. There's also the American Heart Association, and those are 2 wonderful organizations to be certified through. So let's go ahead and review the CPR steps. First, we're going to check the scene for safety. Second, we're going to ask the person if they are okay, check for responsiveness. Third, we're going to call 911. Fourth, we're going to check for breathing. And then fifth, we're going to begin CPR, 30 compressions, 2 breaths. I asked you in the beginning of this video if you think or thought you could save a life. The answer is yes, you can. Get certified, go save lives. Thank you.